What's going on, guys? Hey, repeat back, and it is Race 18, round number 1 still of the Fast Family League Showdown, and tonight it's going to be Shake and Bake versus the Left Turn Loonies. You see their information on screen right in front of you, but in the booth is the one and only none other than the JRM Dohart, driver of the 88 in the Pro League, also main guy for the Filter Time eSpark series. I'm sure you've definitely seen and heard of him. Dohar, I'm ready for this race. How you feeling tonight, buddy?
I'm feeling great, Pete. It's going to be nice and fast here at Chicagoland Speedway. I can't wait to see Shake and Bake and Left Turn Loonies. These guys have actually been doing a lot of practice together in preparation for this event. They've been waiting a long 2 weeks to get this kicked off, waiting for their chance in the spotlight. Chicago's a fantastic track, Pete, but I'll tell you what, it can be a one-lane track. Track position is going to be king tonight.
It can absolutely be a one-lane track, especially in the corners when you want to really get down low, get dirty, and get fast. But there is also that high lane, and I'll tell you what, there's a whole lot of draft around the Windy City as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of draft, plenty of bound, but as they're waiting on qualifying here, I do believe we've got Boehner, who's going to introduce these two leagues for us.
Boehner, take it away, sir.
Roger that. Good to hear from you guys. Just want to go through some of these rosters here. We have Shake and Bake going against the Left Turn Loonies on the Shake and Bake side. We have Frozen Toes as the league owner in the number 9. In the 3 car, we have J-Mac. The 4 car is Combat Beast. In the 8, we got Tom Flitty. 11 car is Rangers. 18 car, Leaf Justin. 38, Element Zero. 47, Climbing. 48 car, Foxhound Boss. The 62 car of ECR Kool-Aid. And then their substitutes, we have Kyle Fan, More Than a Cape, and the 95 of Skyland. Now on the Left Turn Looney sides, their league owner is in the 41 car. This is BK Doug. In the 1 car, we have Sneaking Wheels. 6 car is Skunk. 10 car, Savage Soul. Drippy Slide is in the 14. Rare Parzival in the 20. 32 car, Spring Rocks. 51 car, Dirty Max. 77, Pat Yates. 88, Honeycut. And then their substitutes is the 12 car of Neo Steelers Fan. The 21 car of Pratt. And the 66 of Papa Squash. That's going to be your rosters for tonight's race. You guys have a fun time in the booth, and we'll catch you later.
Definitely appreciate you, Banner, to know or learn a little bit more about these guys, since we just ended off with the Left Turn Loonies roster. Well, tell you a little bit more about them. Left Turn Loonies were just started this April after a failed attempt from a former owner to get the league started. Doug Warren took over ownership of the league. The first inaugural race was held at Bristol International Speedway. The Loonies Xfinity season is 22 weeks in total, with 12 weeks of regular season, with the conclusion held at Miami Homestead, and then our playoffs kick at Talladega, with 12 hungry drivers fighting for the last 4 spots in the final race at Charlotte. We run 50% races with 2 times tire wear and manual cautions. The total roster as of right now is about 13 drivers, and we're looking to grow and expose our league with the help of Facebook and Mixer. We keep track of points, pole positions, top 5 wins, and DNFs. We also gain points from not only stage and race finishes, but also 1 point for fastest laps and pole wins. The Loonies playoff points do get reset and the winners from the regular season earn 3 points per win, which is added to the playoffs. So definitely a pretty good bio for those guys. Dohar, if you have the Shake and Bake one, feel free to take that one, or I got it right in front of me.
All right. I lost you there for a second. Had to reboot my Discord. We're going to find Shake and Bake's bio here really quick. It's somewhere. It's abound. I feel like I'm unprepared for life and all that is coming for me. Here we go. All right. Shake and Bake Racing League. I love these guys. I've raced with them before. They're a fantastic league. They're run and owned by Frozen Toes 24, of course, one of the main staples in the NASCAR Heat community, with admins Leaf Justin, the J-Mac Attack, the pro leaguer himself for ERCR, and Dion. They were founded in 2016. Depending on the event, Shake and Bake fields anywhere from 16 to 26 drivers, with their club holding over 1,400 active members. NASCAR League usually runs on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. with public lobbies throughout the week. They're most known for their Super Speedway Sunday, I'm sure many of us have taken part of throughout the months. They also run an IndyCar series and an F1 series, so they're very versatile over there on the Shake and Bake side. Rosito started up Shake and Bake with the hopes of it becoming a home for drivers who wanted a place to find clean races, have fun, and make memories. If someone wants to improve their driving skills, she wanted them to be in the place where they knew they could come and find any help. With support from amazing admins and the public, Shake and Bake grew, along with the events, leagues, tournaments, and other series. Shake and Bake Season 7 will kick off on Heat 5 with a Cup Series.
Well, yeah, I've definitely known of and kept up not only with Frozen Toes, but Shake and Bake for a while. I've also, I've taken part in many of the Super Speedway Sundays. When there was no racing, she held many races during the weekend to keep people going. And as Heat 4 was going away, we brought in Heat 5. NNR, eSpark, and Shake and Bake all took part in that farewell Heat 4 morethanAcape.org pro invitational, where we ran 5 races and drew up a little bit of awareness for More Than a Cape, said goodbye to Heat 4 that treated us all well, and ushered in Heat 5. So, Dar, it's been a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to this race. I know these guys have had at least 1 or 2 practice races. Let's see how that all pays off here out on the track tonight.
Absolutely. I know these guys have been practicing very hard on the Chicagoland Speedway. It's a fun racetrack, but again, track position is going to be king here tonight. We've seen it when we've come here in NNR races before. It's all about that track position. And, this is one of the tracks where you can get away with a lot of different setup combinations with the tires and wedge, and get away with running a variety of presets, pretty much 1 through 5. All options on the table for these guys. So they've got plenty to work through to try and figure out and practice. They've been doing that, and I'm excited to see them out here tonight. Hopefully we'll get an invite to qualifying here soon so we can take a sneak peek at them.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Boehner, if you're still out there and qualifying is underway, please send that on over so we can kind of take a peek, see who's kind of doing what with what line. And man, Dora, this is going to be a great race. I mean, Shake and Bake, very, very strong league. I've never personally heard of Left Turn Loonies before, but I spoke with the owner earlier by Twitter, saying, hey, I was asking if you guys have a Twitter that I can throw up on screen so some more people have your information. And he said, these guys were pretty fast. He didn't say anything like, hey, they were going to kick our butt or anything like that. He said the guys were pretty fast, but it sounded like his team's pretty good as well. All right, so I just got an invite from Boehner. We're going to go ahead and jump on that. Boehner, can you send that to Zohar as well, please, if you have?
I'm in, Pete.
All right,
I'm
awesome.
waiting for you, brother.
All right, I'm getting over there right now. I'm going to kill the music and these videos. We're going to go ahead and get in here. And as soon as this qualifying is over, I believe, I'm supposed to go ahead and knock out that anthem, or actually, you might as well get that done now and then come back to qualifying. So, ladies and gents, if you would please stand and remove your hats while we get loaded on in your national anthem. All right, we are back, and as you can see, we are loaded in. Qualifying is definitely well underway, catching up with, looks like this one here of Sneaking Wheels 45. Sneaking looks like he's running the number one Monster Energy machine tonight, getting down below the line, keeping it all the way close to the grass, letting it wash back up, getting a great entrance into turn one, passing on by everybody that's waiting to either take their turn or have gone already, and it looks like he's got a pretty smooth steering. I'm sorry, pretty smooth line, pretty smooth entrance and exit. Not too bad. We're gonna keep on going. Here's the 8 of the one and only Tom Flitty. I know you're pretty familiar with old Tom there, Dohar.
Yeah, I've been watching Tom ever since he popped down the racetrack here about 2 laps ago to start his qualifying run. If there was money to be had for a pole sitter, I'd put it on this guy. Tom is one of the fastest drivers when it comes to customs, presets, whatever. If I need a fast 2 or 3 laps, my money's on the Tom. The problem is going to be for Tom, how fast and how straight can he keep that race car, especially off of turn 2. He's got, of course, the infamous saying, Tom Flitty loose off 2. So we'll be seeing what he can do. But we're almost done with qualifying, Pete. I feel like we just got here. The 14, a drippy slide for the left turn Loonies. He's getting ready to start his qualifying laps, and he's the last competitor. So pretty soon we'll see these guys all out on the racetrack 20 at a time, see what they all can do.
Yeah, Drippy just right there coming across his start stripe, heading into turn 1 and 2, trying to keep it pinched all the way down without actually touching the white, so he bounces back up the track all the way off of 2. Pretty little loose right there, coming off the corner, down the backstretch, way up towards the wall. Again, going to try to get it down in 1 and 2, driving this number 14 Mobile 1 machine. Again, off of 4. That's how fast they're completing 2 laps here. If the rest racing is this fast, including your draft speeds, it's gonna be fast here, Dor.
It's gonna be absolutely insane. And this is one of these tracks I'm watching, this 14. That might be where the driver wanted to go with preset 9, and the car just isn't quite agreeing with it. He's looking a little bit loose off of these turns, but this is one of the few tracks where you can get away with running preset 9. But it depends on how loose you like to run your race car. Some guys really like it. Some guys don't. You see the 14 there slowing down. He has completed his lap. Qualifying is over, so very, very shortly we'll have that starting lineup for you. And most importantly, we'll be ready to go off racing. I'm excited, Pete. I know they've had about 14 cars or so on track at the same time when it's come to their practices. So add another 6 out there. We're going to see what these guys and gal can do.
Yeah, your pace car for tonight out there on track right now, the one and only Boehner 95888. You might recognize him from the NNR Xfinity and Cup Series, driving that 28 car that he runs in the Xfinity Series. Good to see him out here tonight, partaking and assisting with this whole tournament. It's been a lot of fun, and I think tonight's going to be even better. We've only got 5 races left, including the 2 tonight in round 1. Now, I know when East Park ran early, y'all had the points lead for the longest time, but were bumped the other night by was it ISRL or something like that? They just completely ran away, and then now it's East Park, NNR, NAOR, and then I think American Ethanol, or American Ethanol and then NAOR. So we're looking forward to seeing who's going to join, that top 5. If anybody's going to be able to really dethrone IVRL, I think it was again. I'm not 100% sure, but East Park strong up there, NNR strong up there, NAOR, American Ethanol. It's been a great 18 races so far. SXRL, thank you very much, Cape. I appreciate that, sir. SXRL kind of ran like 425 points is what they garnered. So big night for them. I have to see what these two are able to do tonight. If you had to put your money down, where would you be tonight, there, Dohar?
Well, right now, the money I think for most people is going to be on the Shake and Bake squad, but by all means, do not count out the Left Turn Loonies. Just because we don't know them doesn't mean that they can't come out here and compete with these guys. When I look at the Shake and Bake roster, I see a lot of top talent, but I see a lot of opportunity for the Left Turn Loonies to also get involved here, especially at a track like Chicago, where strategy last time this tournament came here a couple races ago, strategy played a big factor. I really could see it happening once again, and that gives a good opportunity for the David versus Goliath story. And we saw with PSCC being the first seeded team, excuse me, that got knocked off on Sunday night. So it can happen when it's David versus Goliath. So we'll see. And I think the Left Turn Loonies are up for the challenge.
So do I. I absolutely agree. Somebody kind of likened it to like Duke basketball or NC State, where they've been knocked out of the tournament a couple times by people that some didn't even know that the people they'd been knocked off by even had a college. So yeah, it's very much like that. Anything can happen here. Strategy can throw things out the window. Cautions can completely derail someone's plans. I have ran races together and called races together, and man, we've definitely seen surprises happen before.
Yeah, surprises certainly can happen, and you want it to happen because you love seeing the parity of competition in this series. But above all, recognizing that this is great exposure for all sorts of big leagues, small leagues, it does not matter whatsoever. Fast Family Tournament is all about the community and camaraderie. And this is a great platform for a lot of those smaller leagues, Pete, that have been running for years to get the exposure that leagues like East Park and NNR have been getting recently with the surge of league racing.
Yeah, the surge of league racing since NASCAR went away for a good, what was it, 6 weeks or something like that, has completely blown up, and it's given a lot of exposure to these online races, online broadcasting through Twitch and Mixer and of course iRacing and the YouTube channels and all the different various ways of getting information out there. I mean, podcasts have blown up, many different ways to get the content out there, and a lot of people have stepped up, shown what they've been able to do, put a lot of time, pride, and confidence into their abilities, and yeah, it's turned out pretty well for a lot of people.
It really has, Pete. But I've got some results from qualifying. We've
Go
got
ahead.
Tom Flitty on the pole, and his counterpart from Shake and Bake, his partner in crime, Rangers, is also going to be on the outside pole. That was all I got to catch before I had to leave the lobby before these guys launched. But so far, Shake and Bake's getting the early ground here, starting 1 and 2. So we'll see what happens. But Tom on the pole. So far I'm right. But if I had to pick a race winner, Pete, I got to go with that 11 of Rangers. He's really, really strong when it comes to preset racing. And the biggest thing about Rangers, I've known him for years. We qualified for the Pro League together in season 1. He doesn't make mistakes very often. I'd put my money on that 11 car to get the victory tonight.
Rangers is absolutely very fast, and again, no kind of a slide towards the Left Turn Loonies at all. I don't know a whole lot about the drivers on that side of what their capabilities are. I don't want to guess. I don't want to do anything like that. But one person that is extremely strong, no matter what track she is at, is the one and only Frozen Toes. You could take her anywhere, and it seems like not only here on Heat 5, but also she's kind of been dabbling quite a bit, and also recently got her first win over on the iRacing side. So Frozen Toes expanding beyond Heat over to iRacing and getting it done there as well. I look for that 9 of Frozen Toes to be pretty strong also. But again, that 41 of BK Doug over on the Loonies side, he's the big dog. I'm sure as he brought people into his community and has been pushing on since the community started in April. He's tried to bring in the very best talent that it possibly could to get this race up and going. Speaking of getting the race up and going, Boehner, if y'all are setting in, can you please send us the invites?
I am in, Pete. I will get you in one moment here. I've got you, buddy. I think they're also sending you, so you're probably going to get spammed with a slew of invites here in a moment. But we will make sure that you get in on the action because you're the most critical part. You paint the picture here. So let me find you.
Well, let's go ahead and bring up that canvas so we can go ahead and get that picture painted. Just waiting on some information here. Definitely want to thank everybody that's out there. And just pre-race alone, about 30 people here waiting to see Shake and Bake and the Left Turn Loonies really get it going at Chicagoland, Windy City. Have to see who's going to be able to set sail, if at all possible. Thank you for the invite, sir. But man, two great communities and ready to. There is no slots available for me. That's going to be interesting.
Hold on one second. I will make sure that we got it for you. But there are currently no slots for Pete, so we got a little bit too many admins in the party here. But we got green flag out on the speedway. Also, some pre-race news coming to you here, Pete. J-Mac for Shake and Bake disconnected from qualifying, starting in the rear. But so everybody knows, we've got the first lap underway. Tom Flitty still your leader as he heads off down into 1 and 2. Side by side between the 48 of Foxtown, Boston, the 11 Rangers. Those are going to be two Shake and Bake teammates right behind him. I'm working on getting you your second invite, Pete. We just got one of the administrators out of here. Just not sure what happened, if there wasn't enough room for you. But we'll get it sorted out as they head down through 1 and 2. Tom out to about a 1-car length lead over Foxhound Boss. They head down the back straightaway here.
That is all right. While since that was kind of happening while waiting to be able to actually get into the race, I pulled up the stream of the one and only Combat Beast to go ahead and at least kind of keep up some laps, keep up with the front runners right now. 1 second here.
Yeah, right now we got Shake and Bake taking over the top 4, about to be top 5. Honeycutt in the 88, your first left turn Looney here. He's going to fall back to the 7th position now as Frozen Toast, and the 9 goes by. Then you've got the 14 right behind. That's going to be a left turn Looney. Ally in Drippy Slide. So the two teammates for left turn Looney is now going to be side by side as they head down into turns 1 and 2. Give the position there to the 14 car as 88 goes to the high side and is going to push his teammate, hopefully catch up to these Shake and Bake teammates. And they're going to keep racing now. The 88 dips below the white line there. No out of bounds, but he's going to try and get that position on the 14. He wants to lead him up there. So they're going to continue to be side by side right in front of the 12.
All right, and I am in. Thank you very much to Asbel Boehner and Frydog for helping me with that. While we were kind of waiting, I pulled up Combat Beast's stream, and he's sitting about P6, but so far up front, it's all the 8 of Tom with the 48-11. There's Rangers, and that 18 of Leafs Justin. So your top 4 right now, very, very strong, starting to pull away from P5 and P6. A little bit of a gap between those two, back to P7 as well.
Yeah, quite a gap starting to take place through the field. It's going to be an accordion effect, I do believe, though, where these guys will get spread out and then they'll congeal back together like an amoeba. Really watching the 3 left turn Loonies guys in the 14, the 12, and the 88 racing ridiculously hard. If these guys get single file, they might be able to catch their rivals in front of them, but they're content to race each other at this moment, and they want to each be a leader here and lead the group back up as ECR Kool-Aid in the 62 right behind them for Shake and Bake. Going to try and take advantage of those guys and make it a Shake and Bake front 7. But as these guys continue to battle for 7th place, I keep wondering why they're racing so hard as they're losing precious time to leaders in this early critical first run.
Yeah, 12-8 and a 62. The 12 is Neo Steelers fan. 88 is Honeycut 050, and the 62 is the only shake and bake car in this little bit of a pack. Again, ECR Kool-Aid trying to move his way through this this little bit of a four-car pack. Behind them, it is just a hornet's nest of additional drivers, but these four still running side by side like they just took the green here, Doar.
Yeah, they're still running side by side, but look who's coming. 2 cars behind this foursome is going to be that 3 of J-Max. Started tail end Charlie, already up here into the top 15. Now looking to go to the top 10. So he's trying to get around, I believe that's the 38. Element Zero, his teammate. One thing to note about Element, you were talking about Frozen being on iRacing. Element's another who has just been over in iRacing so much lately. This is his first time on NASCAR Heat in about 3 weeks. Oh, as we see the 14 get way loose and hit the 12 a little bit, teammates getting into it. So now it's going to be for Shake and Bake. It's obviously not affected Frozen. She's still in the top 5, but for Element, getting back in that NASCAR Heat rhythm, Pete, as he heads down the front straightaway.
Yeah, when you run Heat 3, Heat 4, and Heat 5, it shouldn't be too hard to get right back into the swing of things. But I tell you what here, Doar, these this 2-car tandem behind the front pack looks like they're actually starting to catch up the pack of 4 that we've been talking about as they they continue to lead. It looks like it's going to be the 9 of Frozen and the 4 of Combat Beast. Combat Beast again, he is streaming the nights, kind of helping us along with lap counts and pitting and all that. In fact, as they just crossed the start stripe, there's 29 laps to go left here in stage 1, but these two are starting to reel in that pack of 4.
They really are. They're taking notes. They're listening to us, Pete. They're working together and running down their teammates. So a group of 2 actually running down a group of 4 that hasn't been racing. So once these guys get together, it's a group of 6. But there's another group of 2 right behind them. The 88 of Honeycut and the 62 of Kool-Aid. This is going to be your first intermixed group. It's going to feature 1 for the left turn Looney and the 62 of Kool-Aid. We do have the 12 just going around there on the front straightaway all by himself. I do not believe this will bring out a yellow. Again, these guys run a manual caution, so it's triggered by race control's discretion, where if there is a 1-car incident, it has to be initiated by another car's contact. That was deemed not happening. Oh, as we catch up, Pete, I'm watching the 14, the 38, and the 3, and now the 6. They're all racing really hard down the front straightaway. 6 is in the grass.
Yep, 6 in the grass. Skunk Ape MGL trying to hold on to it. Great hands by him. Kind of looped it around in order not to wash back out up onto the track. Going to kind of get back on, get back through the gears. No traffic, so he's able to get back in and kind of merge right up. No issue. Go back on, heading through 1 and 2. We're going to stay, as Boehner just put it in the chat, clean and green. Good hands by that 6.
Yeah, absolutely good job there. Couldn't tell if he was trying to make it 3 wide there and just misjudged it. I didn't see any contact, but he did it the best he could. Just doing a little loops-a-daisy around on the front straightaway. No loss for wear there, but he's certainly going to be feeling it on the tires, but at least no damage on that 6-car machine.
Kind of an odd thing to see here right now, Dora, but the 12 car of Rare Parzival, one of the left turn Looney substitutes, is down on pit road right now. I guess he feels that he's within his pit window, unless he got forced down pit road, or was the car that wrecked out by himself earlier thought, you know what, I'm down here, might as well repair any damage, get back out on track, try to save as much time as they can with 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods full of Sunoco Racing fuel. He's going to try to make the distance of stage 1.
Yeah, he's going to have a tall task here with about 26 laps to go. I think that's a little bit out of reach. I think he was just struggling with the handle, Pete. He started up in the top 10, quickly found himself in harm's way, spinning out by himself earlier in the race. Must have really not liked the handling of that vehicle, as we got another car that's coming off pit road trying to get a number. I saw it briefly. I think it was the 42, maybe? I don't know who it was, but either way, I'm looking back up front, Pete. Still the same song, same dance as the 4 some from Shake and Bake now, as the 48 is actually going to pass Tom for the lead, Pete.
Yep, working my way back up there right now. I see the 8 of Tom Flitty up high now. As you see the 48, the 11 of Rangers, there's 18 of Leafs Justin. He's going to be able to get on by the 8 as well. Guess maybe he scrubbed that wall, just broke the momentum, broke his pace just a little bit. That's going to allow the 9 of Frozen Toes and the 4 of Combat Beast to pull up ever more. They're getting closer and closer.
They're right there on the grasp and cusp of draft land and being able to finally have the run and get some positioning on these guys. And behind them still the 88 and 62 working together to try and make up some ground. And then behind them, another group of 2, the brothers, if you will, J-Mac and Element working together behind those 2. So those guys find themselves paired up together, a pair of top 24 drivers. And of course, J-Mac being the Pro League guy, leading that twosome. They head through the start-finish line, Pete. Back up front, still those 4, but the 9 and the 4 are just close enough where I think they're now starting to get the draft and are going to be right there. I think I see some signaling.
Yep, same song like you just said. The 88 of Honeycutt, just as he was able to get on by the 62 of Kool-Aid, he went ahead and dipped his tires down below the line. He's signaling he's going to come on down. They really got to watch it. Don't get too conservative getting on a pit road. You really want to stay in the throttle as long as you can. Make sure you don't lose too much time getting on or getting off a pit road. Another thing they're going to have to worry about here, Dohar, is coming off of pit road. You don't want to have your right sides on a track and your lefts on the apron. We've seen many cars get looped around doing that thing.
Oh yeah, we had the 6, I think, looped it around getting into pit road. The 48, 9, and 4 catch up, but the 9 was able to get by the 48 there. Also going to see the 3 of J-Mac pit. I believe the 77 is in. Only car still out on the racing surface right now is the 62. So a plethora of strategy here as we're seeing 3 different laps of pitting. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out at the end of the run. 38 Element 0 also going an extra lap. He's catching up to the 62, so the 62 might be on fumes, Pete.
Right. Well, I tell you, I'm watching Combat Beast not only on his stream but also
contact. The 38 hit the 62. Nobody spun, but the 2 teammates getting into each other there. Everybody able to keep it straight and get down on pit road. It looked like, again, I think the 62 had run out. The 38 closed up on him so quickly he wasn't able to get woed up in time. But a little bit of a scary moment for Shake and Bake there, but nothing that's going to kind of end the firm stronghold they have at the beginning of this race.
Well, everybody that just now went in, as they come on out, they're going to have exactly 20 laps of fuel in the tank, and Dohar, that is exactly what the remaining bit of stage 1 is. 20 laps to go here in stage 1. So far, all for the most part very clean. All green, no yellows. Just looking towards the first stage break again now in just 18 laps to go.
18 laps to go. The 11 of Rangers, Jacob Kerr, you might know him as the Pro League driver from Season 1. Your current race leader, able to gain a ton of ground coming off of pit road there. You see the gap to the 8 of Tom now. This is going to be the really trying time, Pete, with these guys basically running qualifying laps here. We're truly going to see who has the fastest car between these guys and see if that little pack of 2 behind the 8 of Tom is able to catch up and maybe help these guys catch back up to the 11 of Rangers.
Well, right now it's showing that Tom is ahead of most. I'm trying to grab, looks like off of the track map, there we go, that I've got. Looks like as you just said, the 11 of Rangers is out front. He's got a bit of a gap back to P2. Not quite sure if the 48 is in P2, which is looks like the closest car behind him. But after that round of pit stops, Dohar, a lot of gaps between cars now.
Yeah, and this is going to be a byproduct you see of entering a pit road like this. There's a lot. You know, it's a track where you feel like you can get in really hard, but if you're in the position where Shake and Bake is, where you've got a lot of friendlies up in the top 6, top 7, you're going to want to enter pit road conservatively, which is naturally going to benefit the cars further ahead. So the 11, the 8 able to get those absolutely ridiculous pit entries there and get gap on everybody else. The 18 of Leafs Justin Pete, I believe, is going to be P3 here. The 6 car is a lap down. And then you've got the 48, the 9, and the 4 all working together here in the top 5, kind of rounding out top 6 for Shake and Bake. And the first left turn Looney is, again, that 88 of Honeycutt in P7.
You called it exactly right. 4th through 7th right now. Foxhound Boss, the one and only Frozen Toes, then Kool-Aid, Honeycutt, and then Kool-Aid. So, yeah, 4th through 8th, pretty consistent top 5, top 10 so far. Waiting to see how things shake out after we have that first long stage break where everybody's got a little bit more time to get in, maybe do something more with the wedge, more something with the tires, add or remove a little bit of tape, either free it up or tighten up depending on what they've got. But with Chicagoland being such a fast speedway, very, very little time off the gas, man, you could really make some time around here.
Yeah, I'm watching here as these guys negotiate some lap traffic. I believe they're getting around the 12. Rare, he gets out of the way there. They got by the 6 a couple laps earlier. So a couple left turn Loonies going a lap down here early on, but we saw both of these guys have trouble spinning on separate occasions. Now it's going to come down to can the 18 run down the 11 here at the end of the stage as he goes by the 8 of Tom. He caught him. He passed him. The 18, Pete, was the last one of the leaders to come to pit road, so he's got just a little bit fresher tires. At Chicago, it's not a huge difference, certainly a big difference, though, on the racetrack. As you can see, that 18 visibly pulling away from the 8, catching up to the 11.
Yep, 18, I'm on him right now, pulling away from old Tom. He can definitely see that FedEx Camry getting bigger and bigger in his mirror. We talk about the 18 of Leafs Justin, and we talked earlier about that Farewell Heat 4 Pro Invitational just a few short weeks ago here, Dohar. Leafs Justin was actually able to walk away with that 5-race, I guess, small season championship that we had. It was a mixture between setups and default. Leafs able to get it done for Shake and Bake in that race. I'm sure he's going to try to do the same thing to advance his team to round 2.
Yeah, Justin doing a perfect job of getting that championship there on the Heat 4 Farewell Tour. Doing a great job. Justin's always been a fantastic preset driver. Relatively newer to custom setups, though. Joined in East Park when it first started. He messaged me. He's always been a quiet guy. He's like, hey, I just want to get some custom setup racing and get some experience. So he's been a mainstay in our truck series. Has started a handful of Xfinity races and has been a full-time Cup driver the past 2 seasons and a championship contender as well. So Justin really coming out of his shell to his own, doing a fantastic job here early on as he's getting ready to run down Jacob Kerr, who's one of the best when it comes to preset racing. Still a little bit of a gap to go, but he's pulled away from Tom. Now he gets to do it on his own. And if I'm Tom, I'm hoping that these tires last a little bit longer because a potential P3 might be looking like P6 here after that group of 3 catches him.
Well, he's people are trying to catch him. He's trying to catch the 11, and as of right now, he's only got about 6 laps in which to do it in. I don't think he's going to get it done. Rangers absolutely looking very, very strong. But the 18 continues to gap the 8 of Tom. Just a little bit more behind them. Still the 48, the 4, and the 9 of Frozen Toes. So a pack of 3 and a couple single cars, and then your overall leader right now, that 11.
Yeah, and so top 6 still at this particular moment in time, Shake and Bake. And I'm riding along because the battle is going to be for P7. Honeycutt is going to hang on for dear life here as another group of 3 from Shake and Bake has caught him. The 38 Element, the 62 of Kool-Aid, and the 3 of J-Mac have caught the 88. So as we're coming down to just a handful of laps to go, the 88's going to have to hang on if Left Turn wants to get any semblance of points here in stage number 1.
Well, right now that 38 of Element Zero is on the outside of the 88. He definitely held that high line high, wide, and handsome. He was actually able to pull up alongside of him coming off of 3 and 4. He's going to try to do the same thing here off of 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, 38 to the outside, 88 to the inside. Behind them, going to be a couple cars that are going to stick with that 38. They continue to run side by side. There's the 62 and the 3. Again, that 62 of ECR Kool-Aid and the 3 of J-Mac. Talked about him earlier.
Yeah, they're still battling 2x2 side by side as J-Mac's actually going to go to the bottom lane and help out the 88, the 38 and 62, making some headway as the 88 hit the apron. 62 got into him just a little bit, so they're going to end that side-by-side battle, go down to single file. Now they're going to try and fall in line here as they get ready to catch the lap car of the 6. Coming down to what, Pete, about 3 to go here, and Left Turn Looney's got to hang on to get some stage points.
We're going to call it 4 to go as we ride along with Combat Beast still behind the 9.
Oh, Pete, I hate to interrupt. The 41 ran into huge trouble as he got into the 18 of Leafs Justin and has ended the momentum of that driver. He's lost a ton of ground to the 11, and now that group of 4 has caught him and is absolutely about to swallow him up.
Yeah, I see the 48 all over the back bumper. That 14, 18 leaves Justin just in front of him. We'll have to see if that 14 tries to force his way on by Leafs. I don't think he can do it. Leafs has had a strong car. Looks like he might be getting a little loose off the corner. Back up towards the wall. 14 still behind him. 48 of Foxhound Boss. First time we're actually calling out his name tonight. Good run by him so far. And then, of course, still you got the 9 of Frozen Toes and the 4 of Combat Beast back there. This right now, I'm going to hinder a guess that your entire top 10 is all shake and bake here, bud.
Yeah, it's very close. I think the 88 is in P10 right now. After getting a little bit of an uproot from the 62, he got tired of racing side by side with the 88. Kind of gave him a little bit of that right rear quarter panel loving as the 41 now pulls out of the way for these guys. 41 struggling here. Now the 88 going below the 3 of J-Mac, trying to get that position. Moves by him here. And now move the 88 back up to P9. So at least some points here for that driver, as I believe this is the final lap of the stage here, Pete.
I believe we got to be getting right about there, kind of keeping up with these fellas. I'm going to bring it back up to that 11. Nobody has been able to catch up with Rangers the entire stage. It seems like he's been up front at least before pit stops and after. He's riding right now behind this 10 car, and looks like at the line. That was stage. So yep, that's gonna be stage 1, element 0. With everybody else right up there, able to really get it taken care of. But that the 11 of Rangers going to walk away with the max points in stage 1. Now everybody gets about a full 30 to 40 seconds to dial in their car yet ever more. If they're having any kind of tire pressure or tire wear issues, they can try to adjust that. If they were a little too tight on the long run, they can adjust for that. Have to see, but Dohar, all caution free throughout stage 1.
All caution free. You love to see it, Pete, especially after the race last night. I'm just happy to see some guys racing clean, racing green for a while here. These guys doing a fantastic job early on. Still 2 stages to go and a lot of points to be had on the table. We'll see what these guys do here at the beginning of stage 2.
Well, stage 2, we're about to find out. The 11 of Rangers, the 18 of Leaves, 2 is outside. The 9 car of Frozen Toes with the 4 of Combat Beast. That's going to be your top 4. All back under green, heading into turn 1. Here we go, Dohar.
As they head down through 1 and 2 side by side up front, the 18 of Leafs Justin finally sees that 11 car and is going to race him here hard on the outside to try and maintain. 9 of Frozen Toes lets the 18 in line, all shake and bake up at the front. They got positions 1 through 9. Pete, the only person that wasn't up there was climbing, and that was how the 88 was able to get 1 point for Left Turn Loonies. Everybody getting, oh my, we're all over the place here as we got 1 through the grass. Trying to keep it off the wall off turn 4 now with everybody being back up in the pack. After being all together, the 62 has fallen back now to where the 47 is. But up front, it's all shake and bake.
I tell you, on the board right now with that 14, a drippy slide. He threw that front end into the back of that 38, really dive bombed the car in there. 38 had no choice but to take the shot and wash up track just a little bit. No harm, no foul though. Don't see any damage to the back end of that 38 or the front right of this 14. So a little bit of a shot, but still under full song.
Still under full song as they get single file now. Shake and bake the first 5 spots, and then you've got the 88 Honeycutt doing a great job so far, leading that banner for Left Turn Loonies as they go down the front straightaway. The 3 of J-Mac trying to cling to the draft. The 4-car Combat Beast right behind them. You got the 14 and now the 38 dives back below the 14 as they head through 1 and 2. 38 washes up the racetrack about 2.5 lanes there, just to let the 14 know, I don't appreciate what you did. As the 51 hits the wall, gets way loose, but saves it and keeps it green.
Yeah, keeping it green. A couple look like they might have tagged that white line going 3 and 4 as we're completing yet another lap under green. About your entire top 7 so far is all shake and bake. You see, except for that 88 that you just mentioned. He's sitting about P6, I'd say, right in front of the number 3 J-Mac Attack.
Yeah, right in front of J-Mac they are, as they're starting to battle really hard here. The 88 all over the 8 of Tom. You see him wiggling, you see him wobbling. They're trying to get there. Oh, I believe a little lag surge that got the 3 because the 3 just slowed down abruptly. Now I can't tell if the 88 is lagging actually on the racetrack, but certainly on stream, showing a little dance, almost like he disconnected the track bars on that thing and is just letting it fly. But he's hanging up with these leaders. He's right there with them. And this second group is a little discombobulated, Pete, so we might see a 6-car breakaway here at the front.
Very possible 6-car breakaway headed up by the 11 Rangers, 18 of Leaves Justin, 9-car Frozen Toes, the 48 of Foxhound Boss. The 8 actually just lost that spot to the 88. 88 is a little bit of lag surge up in now up in the top 5. 8 of Tom might have just said, you know what, you just go right ahead. I see you in my mirror. I'm seeing you go side to side. You're kind of shooting back and forth, a little bit of rubber banding, but no real issue. I'm sure if the admins of the race see the 88, they're probably going to keep an eye on him. But looks like the rest of Shake and Bake around this guy just kind of let him go a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Tom's just kind of content. Oh, it's Frozen, I think, hit the apron there. The 48 might have made contact, so she might lose the spot. Move that 88 up to P4 now for Left Turn Loonies. Shake and Bake still occupies. Oh, and that 9 gets in the wall there. I think the 88 might be lagging and put the 9 in the wall there on accident. So as they go down, I do believe he has been warned about the lag hearing from race control. So we'll see what happens here. That would be detrimental to Left Turn Looney's chances if he got a penalty and dropped to the rear, but you see him running high, so he's probably been told to drop to the rear. So that's going to be a hard pill for the Left Turn Loonies to swallow, Pete.
Yeah, Boehner, the pace car night just put in chat 88 to the back. So same as you said, verifying from race control. Again, the one and only Alpha York running the show tonight for both Shake and Bake and Left Turn Loonies. All very, very respectful, and sounds like the 88 got the message.
Yeah, he got the message delivered and received. So falling back there, he's got to fall behind the 1 car here in this lead pack. So it's still time to get back up there. He's got a fast race car. We've seen it. He's just got to hope that he's got to make sure that the connection kind of settles down and settles out here. But right now it's back to what we saw in stage 1, all Shake and Bake up at the front. I think the only drivers for Shake and Bake not up there are the 62 and the 47, so they're going to occupy the front 8 spots.
Yeah, again, that 62 of VCR Kool-Aid and the 47 of Climbing 88. Really haven't talked about Climbing very much. We've talked about Kool-Aid every now and then, anytime he's come across a side-by-side battle. Right now, riding along with the 38 of Element Zero, giving that 4-car of Combat Beast a little bit of a push. Combat still all over the back bumper of that 9-car of Frozen Toes. We saw her get into the wall, either after a little bit of a lag shot from the 88 or otherwise, but still every single car now in the top 10 belonging to the Shake and Bake stable.
Yeah, every single spot, 1 through 8, and then 9 and 10 are going to be for the left turn Loonies. It's going to be the 14 and the 1, but side by side in front of these guys is going to allow the 14, the 1, and the 88 to work together to catch back up. As the 9 and the 4 are side by side in front of them for position 5. That's allowing the top 3 to get away. 14 gets through the grass. He's digging so hard, digging up some squirrels and gophers down there. As the top 3 start to break away, though, it's the 11, the 18, and the 48 starting to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, I wonder if that 14 wasn't trying to protect that low line so much that he actually clipped the grass. We've seen it many times on these tracks that have that tri-oval. You can actually be nudged up out of the way by a fender getting underneath your left rear. If you don't protect it, man, you can't do anything about it. When it comes to that side-by-side battle, you just kind of gotta give them their line, let them go, maybe try to pinch them down so they can't fully accelerate off the corner. But that 14 the one, they've been nose to tail for the last couple laps.
Yeah, and the 88 caught the wall there. Couldn't tell if he lagged or caught the wall, but he's going to lose touch with his teammates in the 14 and the 1. They're going to break away here. Is now the 88's got to get back in rhythm. Probably a little bit of frustration from that driver running up front, but unfortunately lagged, miring him back in the pack now from Race Control. Now the 62 is going to go by on the bottom side. And back up front, Pete, the 38 Element has now passed the 9. I believe that 9 is a little bit wounded.
Yeah, she's got to have a little bit of damage after that contact with the 88, and then subsequently the wall. But she still has a pretty strong piece, able to get around right in front of the 4. So she's keeping pace. Not really dropping back too far. It could be a whole lot worse. She could have been up in the wall and spun out. Yes, that would have been a caution, but I'm sure that the damage would have been a lot worse.
It would have been a lot worse, but right now she's just got to hang on until pit stops come. I would say in about the next 5 laps or so, you'll see these guys down on pit road. They'll be getting that 4 tires and fuel service as they go by the pace car. I want to give a shout out. That's Toasted Gamers, actually. The young gun from East Park hasn't needed to be used tonight, and that's a good thing because these guys have been keeping it clean and keeping it green, Pete.
Yeah, clean and green. Just a couple of small instances. Looks like the 14 of Drippy Slide. He just signaled that he's going to be taking it down pit road. So next time Combat Beast comes on by the start stripe, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. 14, very, very loose under brake. But he was able to woe it up and keep control of it. 20 laps remaining here in stage 2. So anybody that pits from here on out, they should be good to go from here to the end of the stage.
Yeah, it should be, as we'll see. We got a battle for the lead up here. The 18 actually going to the outside of the 11. The 11's going to head to pit road. Again, we're seeing him come to pit road first of the group for Shake and Bake. Now the 48. Foxhound Boss going to be right behind the 18 of Leafs Justin as they'll battle for the race lead now as they're going down into 1 and 2. I'm watching the 41 really slow. He's getting ready to head to pit road, and watching here, it looks like everybody else is going to signal here, Pete. So we're going to see this pit stop cycle kind of go all the way out here.
Yeah, 18 looks like he's going to stay out yet another lap with some of the draft back there as running, P3, P4. I'm sure he was able to save just a little bit in the tank. We saw this last night and the night before as well with Word Burton when he drove that 8 car. Very, very capable of going an extra lap or two when you've got to back out of the throttle so much, not over the guy in front of you. Again, just a product of the draft here at Chicago Motor Speedway.
Yeah, we just had a couple cars go around, Pete. I'm not sure. I don't think there's going to be a yellow. I saw the 51 and the 77 go around on pit road entry. Maybe some miscommunication there, but sounds like Race Control isn't going to bring out the yellow. So they're going to keep it green here as we see riding along with Kerr, or the 11 of Rangers, excuse me. I'm used to calling him Kerr. He goes by the 12. He's going to assume the race lead as these guys come out of pit stops here. He's going to go by and just get past the 8 as they're going by there. The 18 in pit road now, so we'll see how they come out in relation to each other.
Yeah, the 11 Rangers right now, pretty substantial lead over that 8 and any other comers. Pretty solid. Pasted down on that white line, letting it drift up off the corner. That way he doesn't scrub off too much speed. The best thing you can do for the tire wear at these tracks and to maintain the most amount of momentum is actually steering off the track. Let it wash up towards the wall. The less amount of wheel you've got to put into it is as the 11 just barely almost clipped that 18. The least amount of wheel you put into this is going to be better. You're holding a tighter line, kind of flattening the curve, as they say, and able to really launch off the corners.
And as they head through 3 and 4, I'm watching, trying to get kind of a points relation here. And I know, the 77 spins in front of these guys on the apron coming off pit road, but he's able to keep it down. Oh my goodness, that's a hard stopping moment. If you're the 18 and the 8 there, watching that occur. I'm trying to get kind of the standings here. I believe it's still Shake and Bake in the top 9. I think the 47 might be the only one out of the top 10. Actually, the 62 is as well. So it looks like Shake and Bake, top 8, and then 9 and 10 are going to go to Left Turn Loonies.
Yeah, it's at some point I imagine that our admin will break in maybe with a points update. That's usually what happens when Ford Tough or Slide Job are running the race, but unfortunately they're actually. Yeah. Oh, hey, speaking of the devil, here's old Boehner.
Hey, guys. Points after that first stage is 54-1 Shake and Bake. They had the top 9 spots there.
Well, Doar, you called it. Thank you very much, Boehner. You called it, sir. Top 9 for Shake and Bake. One, looks like the 51 and I think the 12 right there got together. 12 definitely spun around. 51's able to get back out on track, but keep it up towards the wall, allowing the oncoming traffic to go down low. 51 still trying to gain control. 12 is going to be able to gain control and go on by.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. So, Doar, we're going to rack and stack them back up here, and these guys all just pit. Now, with Chicago not really being very well known for its wear, what do you think? Do you stay out or come on in? You're good to go on gas.
Yeah, I almost had my heart drop as the pace car was pulling out, but the guys kept going around. So hopefully the pace car will get back up to the front there. Toasted not needing to be used yet up until this moment, so he's going to need to get to the front of that pack. Looks like they'll probably keep pit road close this time, so it's only a handful of laps to go. If you're at the back of the pack, Pete, you're definitely going to pit. I don't know about if you're up front. I think everybody would pit here, though, because you ran usually rule of thumb is if you run more than 3 laps, you want to come down to pit road. But we'll see what these guys do. You might see some strategy. If you're Left Turn Loonies, you need some stage points. Maybe if you're a Left Turn Looney in the back, this is your opportunity to get that with the restart of only maybe about 5 laps or so to go.
Yeah, I will grab us a lap count right now. It looks like 12 left remaining in stage 2. So after pits and coming on back out, I imagine we're going to have ourselves a good old 10-lap shootout, maybe 9, depending on any wave around or the free pass car. But yeah, it's going to be nothing but a shootout to end stage 2. There's still a whole nother stage to go, so these guys can't get too careless with their cars.
Right, you got to be really careful here. If you're Shake and Bake, you're in the catbird seat. If you see a lot of aggression out on the racetrack, easier to err on the side of caution. But if you're Left Turn Looney, it's do or die. To come out with any bigger deficit than you're currently facing is going to be an almost insurmountable task. So we'll have to see what these guys will do here as we'll get about 10 laps to go. But we'll, I believe the 14 was just issued a warning. And pits are going to be open here, Pete. So we'll see if these guys have been listening and what they're going to do.
Well, it definitely looks like the 11, the 8, the 18, the 9, the 3, the 4, the 38. Every single one of those cars from Shake and Bake going on down pit road. And I imagine that. What's that?
88 stays out.
Yep, 88. 88 was having an issue with some lag. I saw somebody asking earlier how the 88 was doing, and somebody mentioned or commented back that he was doing great, just had a little bit of an issue with lag. So we'll have to see if those lag spikes have been taken care of, and he can kind of hold his own.
Yeah, this guy's being out. You got to maintain this. Yeah. Talking with race control there. The 88 is going to be the leader here, with him staying out. The 48 also stays out. I believe the 48 got a speeding penalty, Pete. I saw him kind of in the back, and that's why I was delaying on my points analysis and running order, because I couldn't determine if the 48 had sped or not based on the relativity to the cars that were around him. And then I figured out, well, I don't think the other 4 people he was racing around got a speeding penalty, so by process of elimination, he might have. But you see those 2 staying out there. I do believe the 41 will get the free pass. I'm not quite sure. We'll wait to see what happens here between the 48 and 77, as these guys are going to get a single file here and kind of get reorganized under caution. They need to get that control or get that lap down car. Oh, we got problems. Everybody's slowing down.
Yeah, not quite
We'll
sure
try to
what
figure out what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah, not quite sure what that all was. To see the 8 of Tom Tom, 18 of Leafs, and several others really woed up. I mean, they are about braked in the exit and through the center of turn 4. So yeah, kind of work my way back there, see if I can grab some camera angles for us. Looks like they're all back up to speed. Okay, what it looked like, though, are some people needed to go down and pit, but the lead lap cars were still going by at the same time. So just a little bit of a traffic jam. The guys being as great as they are, able to all sort it out amongst themselves, and we're seeing more and more file in behind the pace car.
Yeah, sometimes it's going to happen when you're bringing all these leagues together. You run a plethora of different rule sets. Some leagues do run manual cautions, where a league like Shake and Bake, they are very savvy at that because they're used to this and this setting. Whereas left turn loonies, they might not be, so they might not understand the nuances behind it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just, a difference of kind of how you're brought up, almost like we are in real life. We all have different things that, give us the cultural identity that we have. So sometimes that's one of the little niche things that you don't understand when putting together a project of this magnitude. You just get a couple little differences when it comes to rule sets like this. But these guys getting it figured out, you got to give credit to them. It's their first caution, so it's the first time these guys are having to do this, as the 77 is going to get the free pass here and go around. He will get back on the lead lap. These guys will double file up, and they will get ready for a restart next time by, Pete. I think that'll give us 9 laps to go, I believe, maybe 8.
I will grab us that lap count here in just a moment or so, as it looks like Combat Beast, he's going to be starting on that bottom line, about 3rd or 4th in the back. Across the line, it's going to be 9. So when they come back around, there will be 8 very short, very fast laps to go. Dohar, looks like it's going to be the 88 with the 48 on the front row, the 11, and then the 8, 18, and then the 18 and then the 9. So all except for your leader right now, everybody but your control car, and you're very familiar with that 88 machine. Everybody but the leader right now is all shake and bake.
Yeah, right now it's all shake and bake at the front, but that could be troublesome because if one car has an issue, you can imagine it's going to be a couple of them that are going to have it. They're going to have to, negotiate around the 88 and the 48 on older tires by about 3 to 4 laps. So we'll see what happens here and what these guys are able to do as the pace car of Toasted Gamers gets ready to pull that black glossy finish Chevy down to the pit lane. They're heading to the restart zone, Pete.
Well, you're a buddy of mine, HD Motorsports White, call that 88 a wounded gazelle, so we'll have to see exactly how this comes to play. 88's going to be hard on the gas, 11's going to follow him through, 48 might not have gotten the jump that he wanted, 18 of Leafs Justin's going to go ahead and follow that on through, as well as the 4 of Combat Beast, the 8 of Tom Tom, 9 of Frozen. It is just a train underneath that 48 right now.
38 just rode the one up to the wall. I've never seen Element drive like that. I don't know if he had an issue or just got angry, but just drove him straight to the wall. Now the 11 of Ranger's going to get by the 88 and let the train come a choo-chooing They're going to go by. The 48 has already lost a bunch of ground. The 88 was able to hang on for a lap or so and is now going to fall back into the clutches of Team Shake and Bake. Now it's going to, the duties are going to come down to the 14. He's going to have to be the flag bearer. Oh, and the 1 hit the wall. The 47 gets collected. The 14 trying to block the 38. Desperation starting to set in as these guys are racing ridiculously hard, coming down to the line. 6 laps to go, Pete, as they head down into 1.
Yeah, 6 laps to go, down into 1, as you just said. The 11 of Rangers, 18 of Leafs, 4 of Combat Beast, with the 8 of Tom Tom down underneath him. The 11 took max points in stage 1. Leafs now right there. These guys are battling pretty hard. A little bit further in the back, that 48 has just now been able to finally get to that low line, dropping in behind the 62 of Kool-Aid. So he's dropped from front row all the way back to about 8th or 9th spot, but that 88 continues to fall.
Yeah, with about 5 laps to go now, the 88 falling back into the clutches of the 48. Now the 1 behind both of them has to try to get by so he can get back up to the front. But right now for Left Turn Loonies, it's going to be the 14 that's going to be their flag bearer, Drippy Slide. He's going to be all that's going to be able to get them points right now. I do believe maybe the 1 can get up there and get it. I'm watching that 38, man. He's been really aggressive. I don't know if he kicked up the wick or what, but he's been on it. But 5 laps to go, no more yellows. So these guys will go green to the end of this stage.
Yes, they will. Yep, you called it. 38 and the 14. 14 is exactly in the position that he was in earlier when they gave that little bit of a shot to the 38 going into the corner. I mentioned 38 had no choice but to take the hit, washed him up track a little bit. Now he might be saying, hey man, I remember you. You're not going to be able to do it again. And guess what? You might be a little bit faster. Who knows? But I'm not going to give the position. I'm going to block for all it's worth. Next time, make sure you get by me just a little bit better.
Yeah, as they head down through 1 and 2, coming to 4 laps to go, I believe this time. The 11 of Rangers, the 18 of Leafs Justin, 8 of Tom, 9 of Frozen Toes, and the 4 Combat Beast is going to be your top 5. As they're racing single file there, going back and a little bit here of the mid-pack. We'll see what's going on. And if that 14, he's under fire now from the 62 of ECR Kool-Aid, so Left Turn Looney's at risk of losing another precious point here and putting them just out of reach of being able to overcome it in stage 3 as they head down the back straightaway. Kool-Aid's going to get that spot over the 14 to Drippy Slide, move Drippy Slide back to P9.
Yeah, Drippy Slide on a steep slope right now. 1 lap remaining. It's all the 11, the 18, 8, 9, and the 4. These guys have been up in the top 5, top 10 all race long. I don't see the 11 just pulling over to let the 18 go. Yeah, even though they're teammates, they are still racers. Even in East Park or out on the Pro League circuit, these guys just don't let anybody go. And here comes the 18 trying to search underneath that 11 for the lead. 11's going to have that momentum coming off the line. Again, the 11's going to go ahead and grab max stage points for Shake and Bake. End of stage 2.
End of stage number 2, and for Left Turn Loonies, what could have been with the 88 running up front and the opportunity to get some points, not going to be and come to fruition as the 14 will finish P9, the 1 car will finish P10. That'll give them 3 precious stage points, but after having to overcome a deficit of 54-1, it's not going to get any better now as they only accumulated 3 more points and will now only have 4 total points heading into stage 3.
Yeah, Dor, we saw a race like this the other night with SXRL, where Word Burton and company really went out and took care of business. This is really looking very, very, very much the same. I think we're going to have another top points night tonight. That's going to, if they continue the same way, it's going to push both East Park and NNR down 1 more spot as far as it comes to the rankings for stage 2. But enough of that. It's all about tonight. The 11 and the 8, they're going to be your front row cars. 18 of Leafs Justin, 9 car of Frozen Toe is going to duck on down right in front of the 4 of Combat Beast. There's the 38 trying the high side. Again, All top cars belong to Shake and Bake.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of blocking and jostling for position. Man, these guys are getting a little bit crazy with them left rear quarter panels. We got Crash in the back there.
Caution.
The 12, the 6 is around. Now the pace car will have to go back around these guys as they bring out the caution here. Everybody on top of each other. They're going to have to slow down here gently, 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 and
Yep,
try to get around.
you hear Boehner from Race Control saying caution is out. This is going to set them up again. We'll have to see how many laps are left here in the final stage. We know that they can go 20 laps on a single tank of fuel. Tires haven't really seemed to be much of an issue. We'll grab that lap count next time by. But yeah, pace car trying to catch up to the field right now. You should see him get on by the 11 of Rangers here in just a moment. A whole lot of field to work his way through as they go to complete yet another lap, this time at a much slower pace here, Gohar.
Yeah, he's got to negotiate around the field, which is kind of like fanned out. He's trying to go low. He's got guys going high, guys going low. Just everybody trying to, I think, get out of his way, but they're trying so hard that they're actually in the way. And he's going around very gingerly, but the young man gonna get out front there, gets some TV time. Toasted Gamers, one of the most mature 13-year-olds you'll ever meet in the world, let alone in gaming. You know, I remember when I was 13 and the things I said I wouldn't say in front of my mother. This kid's a stout kid. I'm glad that he's here. He's a part of Team eSpark, so he's a great asset to have for our team. Love having Toasted around. He's a good kid, but second caution out pretty quick here at the beginning of stage 3, Pete.
Ouch.
I think this is where you might see strategy coming into play. I don't know how many laps this third stage is, but again, I think if you're at the back of the pack and the leaders stay out, you pit. And if they go in, you stay out. Try and get some critical track position back here.
Well, Boehner didn't break into the chat, but he just put it out there, or didn't break into the booth though, but definitely broke into the chat. 106-4 after stage number 2. All dominance tonight by Shake and Bake. I mean, you can't deny them. They're bad fast.
They're bad fast, and they're going out for everything they can now. Interesting strategy here. Most of the front runners, being Shake and Bake, stay out. The back runners of Shake and Bake pit, the 4 of Combat, the 62 Kool-Aid, the 3 of J-Mac, the 47 of Climbing. You're also going to get the 77, the 41, the 1, and the 6 for Left Turn Loonies. They're going to come in. So a healthy mix between the two leagues of pit stops here, which is going to give a kind of a tiered strategy look. But right now, your top 5 is all Shake and Bake, with the 14 being the lone Left Turn Looney up there. Then you're going to have the 48 in 7th, and you're going to have the 51 in 8th, the 10 car in 9th, and the 32 in 10th.
Yeah, all Shake and Bake that time by. There was 51 laps. So I'm going to guess we're going to catch the green with about 49. So that means everybody will have to pit 2 times, and then you've got 10 measly laps or 9 laps that you're going to have to figure out what to do with. Are you going to come on down early to maximize your tires and your speed, or are you going to come down a little bit later and just run it out, maybe right sides and a splash or a can just enough to go those last 9 or 10 laps? I guess we'll have to see what happens here with cautions. The race has been mostly green, very respectful, running all around the track, sometimes 2 and 3 wide. At one point we saw him 4 wide going through the grass. That's when the 6 kind of got caught up and ended up going sideways. But other than that, it's been all out there on track, and these guys have been doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, they're doing a great job so far. Just a little bit of aggressive blocking for my taste early on, but you'll get that sometimes. These guys, again, trying to give it all they can. They've practiced very hard for this event, so they want to make sure they get and achieve some results. So as they're getting ready to double file it up, Pete, we'll have a restart. 49 laps to go here. I don't know if I think because some of the faster guys stayed out here, they're going to be okay. I don't think we're going to see a situation like we did 2 restarts ago, but you never know, Pete. We'll see if the fresh tires end up prevailing. We'll have to keep an eye out on the 4 and the 3, see if they're able to make a tear through the pack and get up to the front.
Yeah, of course, Combat Beast. We've been very, very close in helping out Frozen Toes after that little bit of contact between the wall and the 88 when he's having a little bit of a lag issue. All that now, water under the bridge, wind through the, it's gone. That car's fixed up. She's back up to full song. As we're about to get back up to full song, it's going to be the 11 and the 18 taking us back to green. And it looks like the 11 is going to get a big old push from that 88 of Tom Tom heading into turn 1 and 2 here, Dor.
Yeah, heading down into 1 and 2. Again, Shake and Bake up at the front, so everybody working together here is teammates. The front 5 now are going to be Shake and Bake, but the 14 sneaks under the 38. Is going to get the spot here with help from his teammate in the 51. Should they keep it straight as they weevil and wobble below, they're going to get under him, and now finally crack into the top 5 for left turn Loonies. The 38 going to hang tight on the outside. The 51's got to get up there and push the 14 if they want to have a chance. Otherwise, those front 4 are going to get away. And right behind them is Fresh Tires in the 4 car of Combat Beast. And then behind them, the 48, the 32, and the 3. Now the 4 goes wide up the racetrack. Fresh Tires not. That ain't going to help. He pops the wall. The 3 car goes below him and takes the point of guys with tires. It's a 51 point. The 38 in the wall. Just a little bit of boot scooting boogie. 48 goes wide there. 38's going to get back under him. And that 38's going to be driving madder than a Hornet.
Yeah, 38's going to be trying to get back after it as quickly as possible. Now you got the 3 trying to look underneath the 48. The 4 is going to have the line as well, depending on how much that door is open. Actually, 3 washed up, 32 washed up, 48's up top. 4 car Combat Beast. He's going to take 3 positions in one corner. Depending on this very, very low entrance into 3 and 4, he might have to let out of the gas just a little bit more than that 32. But nope, 32 is not able to keep that momentum on the high side. Put that 4 car up 3 spots in less than a lap.
Battle for the lead, it changed. The 11 has backed off. The 8 of Tom takes the lead, followed by the 18 of Leaf Justin. The 9 of Frozen Toes. The Rangers back to 4th. Not sure if he popped the wall off or he looked a little bit slower down the front straightaway. That's allowed the 14 to catch up. So now the 14 has a chance. Oh, as the 51 puts an aggressive block on the 4. Missed the bottom of the turn as a result, and the 4 is going to get back under him now. Everybody's got to get back in rhythm here. 32 hits the wall a little bit further back. These guys starting to get loose. We're starting to see that the packs mix a little between guys who pitted and guys who didn't. And now you're going to start to see some aggressive moves and some aggressive blocking to keep those tires back. And if you've got those fresh tires, you need to get to the front now.
Yeah, you got to maximize your equipment as much as you can. Chicagoland is very much a track that once you set into a rhythm, and there's really not being any strong wear issues, you really got to take care of those stickers for as long as you've got them. Starting to get a little spread out.
8 car is lagging just a bit up at the front, so if you're shaking bake, you're shaking in your boots right now. I just saw him do a little back and forth wag wobble as they were going down to 1. The 18 immediately backed off, the 9 backed off, and the 11. So these guys having to take it conservative now, hoping that these internet connections stay stable. But now the 14 being pushed by the 38, and the 48 is going to have to try really hard to get back up to this front 4 if they can. Maybe use that lag to their advantage as they're going to be racing hard here down into turn number 1. 38 is going to make an aggressive move to get to the bottom and give Shake and Bake back that clean top 5 run.
Yeah, 14 and 38, they've been racing around each other all night long, it seems. 14 and 38, a little bit of contact right there, right in front of the 48 of Foxhound Boss. Fox is going to stick with that 38, push him all the way through the corner, as well as the 4 of Combat Beast. Here they come down through the stretch. 38, 48, 4, and now the 14 is going to be relegated 3 more spots back.
Yeah, he's going to be relegated, but he's going to fall in line there. He needs to just hang out here. He's got the 88 behind him now because this is Fresh Tires coming up behind him. He's about to get eaten up here. The 88's now going to take the point for left turn Loonies. Right now, front 7 still Shake and Bake as they head down the front straight away. Single file all throughout the pack. No double file as of yet, Pete. 14 gets in the grass. He's able to keep it straight, though, to head down into 1.
Yeah, that'll happen right in front of the 3 of J-Mac. Then you've got, I believe that's going to be a 32 back there as well. But all single file all the way down the backstretch. still all being led around by the 8 car of Tom Tom. 88 now able to get underneath that 4, just a little bit of a bump. 88 says, hey man, I'm here. 4 car pulls up. 88's now in the hunt to pick up another spot between the 48 and who was that right in front of the 48 before? Is that 38? There we go. 38 of Element Zero. How can I forget?
Yeah. And so now make it the front 6, shake and bake. The 88 goes to be the hope here for these guys as the battle for the lead changed hands while we were away from that. The 18 Elite Justin took the point spot and moved Frozen Toes up to P2, Tom Tom to P3. Now these guys having to race really hard. I see the 3 of J-Mac running up high in the trial. Will look like he was trying to block somebody. I don't know what was going on. But they were racing really aggressive down the front straightaway. We're starting to see some aggressive blocks here. The 88 gets into the 48, I think, a little bit. They're 3 wide here as the 4 is going to go back under them. And the 48 sends it on the 88, tries to get him back there. But they're starting to get aggressive here.
Yeah, for a Combat Beast, he lost the spot to the 88. 88 got under him. He had to give it to him. He's respectful. Said, yeah, man, you go ahead. But the 4 was able to capitalize at some point and get right on back by. Now the 48 of Foxhound Boss, he's going to try to complete that at some point as well. But now the 88 all over the back bumper of that 4, pushing him all the way down this straightaway. Hopefully the 4 can blow it up just a little bit, get that car to turn. Looks like he's able to do so. No tight issues off of 4 whatsoever. And as they come across the line this time, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. We got to be somewhere right around 40 to go, if not a little better. Actually, yeah, 35 to go. So we've got 1.5 pit stops left to go. We'll have to see what happens here, Odor.
You know what? We'll have to see what happens here as the 48's looking to make an aggressive move. The 88's going to have to block it and get under the 4 subsequently here as they're battling really hard for P6. They're starting to catch the front foursome, though, even as hard as they're battling. The 11 has trailed off this group. Not sure if he's trying to save some fuel or what might be a miss with the 11. But the 88 now underneath the 4 gives him plenty of room. The 48 all over him, though. The 38 is going to try and drag the 4 on the high side here with Draft. Not making it easy for this left turn Looney man in the 88, but he's trying his darndest to get up to the front and at least put up a fighting chance here to the end. Battle for the lead.
Yeah, that 88 definitely shows that he's been able to contend with every single one of these shake and bake lady and gents. He's been fast. He had to drop to the rear earlier due to a couple lag spikes, but he shows that right now he's showing that he belongs right up here in the top 5, top 10, able to have his way back through again.
Yeah, they're coming to 30 to go this time, so laps clicking off at a blistering pace. They're going to do a good job here of just trying to get to the end. Green flag, I think it might happen, Pete. We'll see what happens, but right now, as far as the league versus league battle, Shake and Bake has it firmly in hand as the 12 comes out of pit road now. He had an issue, I think, or he might have pitted just a little bit early. Now we're starting to see some guys get a little loose. But now's where we're going to see, Pete, if you didn't pit under that caution, you're going to pit a little early here. If you did, you're going to pit a little later. If a caution comes out in the middle of the cycle while guys are on pit road, that could really mess things up.
Yeah, it really can. It could completely throw off everything that you've got to do in order to make it on fuel. You want to try to not have to make that extra stop. That could have been the thought process behind the guys that stayed out earlier. They said, you know what, if I've got 10 or 11 laps in the tank, I'll stay out for 10 or 11 laps. That way it's just 2 even pit stops. But the guys that stayed out, it's a pit stop, and then they've got to come in for either right sides and just a single tank of fuel. So either way, it's going to be I just don't know how the strategy will play out. You're very, very good at saving fuel. A lot of people know that about you. If you're, let's say you're Frozen Toes, right? You're in the lead right now. You've got J-Mac right behind you. Actually, as she goes to status that she's pitting right now, what would you do with 49 to go, knowing that you've got to take 2 more pit stops? We have a caution with what was it? 30? No, it was that one and only caution. Sorry, kind of different things replaying through my mind here. But what would you have done at 49 to go when everybody else either chose to pit or stay out.
Yeah, it's an interesting gamble here. Kind of at this point in the race, you really don't benefit too much by staying out longer, because everybody would be on a two stop. So if I was in this position, I would prefer to maybe pit sooner. You've seen it with a car like the 11, where he's pit kind of the first of everybody each sequence. So it really hasn't hurt him. He's been able to obviously get both stage wins even by doing that. But it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here, Pete, as it cycles through. With Shake and Bake occupying many of the front spots, they're just able to work together and communicate more efficiently on pit road and coming off of pit road. As I see the 3 still on pit road, I believe he obtained the speeding penalty.
Ooh, very, very unfortunate. Boehner out there saying the 3 and the 62 clean entries, but if he was a little hot, just not able to catch it on his stream, just made. I guess by saying clean entry means that he was within the pit box. Within the pit commitment line. What's that?
The one spun on pit entry, but he didn't get back up on the track at least as the leaders were coming by there. Oh, there's the 3 as they go by. So the 3 did not get a speeding penalty. My mistake.
Very cool.
And he just pit the lap lane.
All right, so looks like Combat Bee is down on pit road right now. 28 laps remaining. Again, they get 20 on a tank of fuel, so everybody will have to stop one more time. I'm going to try to find our leader once all this cycles through. Before all this started, or just after it started, the 9 of Frozen Toes was able to make her way to the lead. So we'll have to pick up where she's at, where the 11, the 18, the 48, and all the rest of those guys are once this is done. Right now it's saying that the 8 of Tom Tom is your current leader, so we're going to go ahead and try to find him, see what he's got around him, what he's got to work with, and we'll continue to call the rest of these 25 laps or so.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Right now the 88 running in P6, the top left turn Looney. There's the top 5 right now. Shake and Bake, followed by P7, 8, 9. Going to be Shake and Bake, and then P10 will go to left turn Loonies. Oh, the 47 gets. I think there might have been some lag. I don't know. The 47 got caught in the wall there. I think it was a little bit of lag there. The 47 and the 51 making contact. Not quite sure, but they keep going. Still green. 8 to Tom, your leader, with the 11 Rangers in tow. They're starting to break away.
Yeah, they are. The 11 stole max points in both Stage 1 and Stage 2. Now he's really hounding the rear end of that 8 car, Tom Tom. Then you got Leafs Justin, as well as what is that? Who's that?
9.
Yep, the 9 of Frozen.
That's Frozen.
So, yep, Frozen. She went in, so I imagine she's right where she was before pit stops, but she's got a hell of a guy right in front of her to drag her along. That's actually her series admin, Leafs Justin, and also her commentary partner for a couple of years. So good to see them working pretty well. But right now, Tom Tom, Rangers, Leafs Justin, and Frozen Toes 1 through 4 getting it done.
Yeah, I was following some action in the back. The 47 and the 10 have been going at it the past couple laps. I don't know if the 10 just got tired, or the 47 just got tired of the 10, but he just sent it on him. But now the 18 and the 9 able to run down those leaders. They're trying as they're getting ready to catch up to the left car of the 41. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys do here as they head down into 3 and 4. The 18 getting the run now up there. Right on the bumper of the 11, catching right up to him, has to back off. But I'll tell you who I'm really impressed with right now, Pete. That 88, he's caught the 38, and he's trying his darndest to spoil the party. They might not win this race, left turn Loonies, but that 88 is going to have a say in the final finishing order.
Oh, absolutely, and a lot of the guys and gals out there in chat, they've picked up on the strengths of this 88 just the same as I have. It's got to be raising some brows from some communities around. Maybe somebody looking to fill they might reach out to this guy, say, hey man, you were really, really strong. We're looking for a few more guys. We saw the way that you handled yourself in the Showdown race. Would you be interested in coming to race with us? it's happened many times so far during these showdown races. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody reached out to Honeycutt very very soon.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. You got to give credit where credit is due. But these front four now, single file out here as the 11 starting to look underneath the 8. The 8 pushing up. They're going to keep it single file. The 18 and the 9 will slow up. But look who's going up to the top 5 now. Mr. 88 passes the 38 Element 0 as we're getting ready to close in on just one pit cycle's worth of laps left to go here, Pete. That 88 might get up to this top 4 and might spoil the party.
Well, 30. He passed the 38 clean. 38's got to give him the respect that he's earned. He's actually kind of putting a little bit of distance between himself and the 38 of L0. So 88 still showing a whole lot of strength with the help and a little bit of that push from the 38 and having the clean air on that hood rather than the dirty air from Element. He should be able to catch back to the back bumper of the 9 of Frozen Toast.
Which it's going to speak a bunch of volumes because the 88 pitted a little bit sooner than all these guys, actually, about 2 laps sooner. But he's starting to run these guys down. I mean, give credit. He's very, very quick right now. He is definitely in the draft wake. You hope the 38 plays nice, and they're able to run up. Oh, it's the 9. Oh, something's happened to Frozen.
Yeah, not quite
I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened. She just got loose or something. I was riding on board with her, Pete. Was just looking back, though, from her vantage point. She just got loose. And I was kind of listening to race control at the same time because the 47, I believe, got sent down pit road. So right now we're starting to see a couple random issues just start to pop up. We'll keep an eye out on it. But Frozen I think, just lost control going into turn 1.
Yeah, it almost looked like an issue that we saw CJMX Rose have earlier this season, where his wheel almost shut off, and it just put him into the outside wall. I'm not sure if it's something like that, or if the wheel just like temporarily cut out, and able to get it up and going very, very quick. I don't know. 88 coming down pit road right now, as you see the 38 and the 9 flash on by. Green flag pit stops are underway.
How many laps to go, Pete? I would be very curious to see. You wonder if it's too early. I don't know what's going on, but the 41's just sideways on the racetrack. I don't know what's going on. I've lost all control.
We've got 16 laps to go here, Doar. Plenty in the tank if everybody pits now and takes the full 2 cans. But
there's the short pit strategy. That's your short pit strategy right there. That could be a winning move for the 88. If he got on pit road clean, didn't speed, you saw him run him down, Pete, even on old tires. I think he might actually be able to squeak this one out. He's going to be able to run some clean laps and try to get out front.
Yep, Ada Tom now signaling that he's going to be taking it on down pit road. The 11 and the 18 both stayed up high, so we'll see the 8 slow up and make that abrupt left towards pit road. 11 and the 18, sorry, not the 88, they're going to stay out there on track to complete one more cycle around. Got to be right around 15 to go. In fact, I'll verify right now, 14 laps remaining. So these laps are clicking off. We'll have to see where that 88 comes down compared to everybody else. But I think
51 crashing on the back straightaway. I don't know what's happening. Oh my goodness! Nobody hits him, but he's spun out all by himself, and I don't know what's going on. The 6 is wrecked. No, that's the 77. Excuse me, off pit road. I don't know what's going on. Is there oil out on the racetrack? Did the pace car lay oil? What's going on?
Something. That 51 Dirty Max Toyota Camry is all crumpled up in the front. Definitely going to be some aero issues with that thing, but he's going to take it on down pit road, get himself squared away. He might have popped the tire. I don't know. Or he might have run out of fuel and it started sputtering and he lost control. But either way, on pit road right now to get it fixed up, get on out as quick as possible. He's one car of sneaky wheel also pulling out of the pits as we speak.
Here comes the 88, though. I'm riding along with him. He is caught up to the 8 of Tom. Now he is at a 1 lap deficit of tires, but they're away from the 38. So now, if they're able to get away from the 11, from the 18, from the 9, the 88 could be in position here to maybe do something. He's going to get caught behind his teammate, though, in the 10, who's just abruptly slowing down. has to get by him, tries to do so. He's going to catch up to the 11 here, so move the 88 up to P2 for now. He's going to have to do some work and try to catch up. Oh, and my goodness, the 10 is, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that 10 kind of low line, middle line, back to the low line, back to the middle line, kind of all over the place. Definitely held up his teammate just a little bit, but we did see 88 with that momentum going down the backstretch, able to clear the 11 of Rangers. So now he's got his sights set on that 8 of Tom Tom. We'll have to see where the 18 and the 9 and a few others kind of pan out in all this. I think the last one out of that top 4, top 5 to pit was the 4 of Combat Beast as he came across the line just there. 10 laps remaining here in the final stage. 10 laps right now. Shake and Bake in a firm control of this race. I think at last count it's like 110-6 or something like that. So it's it looks like it's going to be all Shake and Bake once this sorts out. Yeah, the 88's definitely going to have a chance to win it, depending on what he can do here with the 11 and the 8. But man, if he doesn't get up there, he gave it a little bit more than just the old college try tonight, Dohar.
He sure as heck did. You got to give him credit where credit is due. Even when the odds were stacked against him, he never gave up, lagging in the early stages of stage 2, sacrificing a potential top 5 run. A tough pill to swallow, but when race control says you got to go, you got to go. And he did it. He waited out the lag. He's going to try to utilize the draft from the 11 to catch the 8, but it might just be a little too late. I still think he's got a firm top 5 in hand as he goes by start-finish now. The 11 of Rangers is coming, though. I think he's going to get to Tom, but I think the 18 and 9 might have taken 2 tires. We'll see what happens, Pete. Let me know how many laps are left to go and who the leader is.
Right now, the leader is actually showing to be J-Mac. He's down pit road. Actually scratched that. Now it's a 62. They're kind of back and forth just a little bit. Now the 4, he's pulling on down pit road with 8 laps remaining. So here it is. Do you take just the right side, and knowing that a full fuel is 20 laps? You figure take 1 can, 10 laps, all you need. They should be getting back out on track here pretty soon. We'll have to see if the 11, the 18, the 9, and whatnot, they all do the same thing, or what they decide. But that 88, he's starting to lose ground. I think the wear is coming into play now.
Yeah, that little bit older tire is coming into play. I could definitely tell you the 3 took 2 tires. I would ascertain that the 18 did as well. As the 4 comes off pit road, I think he did as well with so few laps remaining. Why not do it? Why not try to take 2? But these guys are handling some loose race cars. The 8 and the 11 now trying to catch up to the 18. That is the leader. As the 3 catches up to the 4 here, the 88 is going to have to link on to the 38 and just try to get as many points as he can as they head down through the front straightaway.
Yeah, 18 is definitely your leader. I would hope that during your practice getting prepared for this showdown race that you would try 2 tires where your left sides are a bit older and just that single can. Maybe you ran out a full race. You practice maybe a late stage caution or something like that to see exactly what it would be. And they came prepared, but definitely looks like eSpark put in the time. They put in their homework, and they're all running very, very strong.
Yeah, 3 wide there you see for P4. The 38 making quick work of the guys with 2 tires. They're going to try and block the 88. 88's going to get under the 4 here and try to get under the 3 as a result. Now the 4 gives him a little left rear shimmy. 88's going to have to work his way back around the guys with 2 tires.
Yeah, on the 4 of Combat Beast, and I do want to say, Combat Beast, thank you very much for streaming tonight and allowing us to keep up with you, keep track of fuel strategy, laps, pitting and all that. So, man, definitely appreciate you. And I did see your name pop into the NNR chat for next year. Glad to know that we'll be talking about you for at least the next year to come.
As they head down here, the 11 has taken the lead. He got past the 8 the lap prior, just past the 18 there, so move the 11 of Rangers back up to front. The 11 trying to take full max points tonight. as Shake and Bake firmly controls the front six front six spots here. The 88 trying desperately to get by the 4. So hard on the bottom with older tires and getting around the guy with 2 tires here. The 4 not cutting him any slack, though. Side drafting the heck out of him down the back straightaway. But as they come down and start finish, about 3 laps to go, Pete, things are wrapping up here nicely for old Shake and Bake.
Yeah, the Shake and Bake's pretty much putting a bow on it, and working my way back up to Rangers right now. There he is, got the 8 of Tom Tom, the 18 of Leafs right in tow. 2 laps remaining. The leaders have already taken that. The 4-car Combat Beast, he's on the other side of the track. That goes to show what kind of a lead these guys have, even though the 4 took just two tires and 1 can. These front 3 cars have been dominant all race long. Last lap, white flag in the air here, Dohar. It's all your call, sir. Take us home.
White flag for the 11 of Rangers. He's going to take the point out of 2. The 8 of Tom is going to try to set up a draft run and get it. He's got the 18 behind him as they're going to head into 3 and 4. What will Tom do here? They head down into the turn. Kerr's going to give about a quarter of a lane room. Tom with the older tires trying to drive up off the bottom, but can't get it done. The 11 of Rangers going to get the max points day, being just the 4th driver to obtain this in the first round here, the Fast Family Tournament. Shake and Bake takes the top 6 spots by my calculation, with the 88 coming in 7th. A fantastic race that only had about 2 cautions, Pete. What a job by these guys out here.
Yeah, not bad at all. There are definitely a few cars that stood out to get the job done on both sides. But like you said, Rangers, stellar performance. I think I only remember one other guy that was able to run the gauntlet and grab all 3 stages in one of these showdown races. The 11 very, very strong. So Tom 2nd, Leafs 3rd, Element 4th, J-Mac 5th, Foxhound 6th, Honeycutt 7th, Combat Beast in 8th, ECR Kool-Aid 9th, and Frozen Toes going to round out your top 10. But nobody's got a green and white checker next to their gamer tag other than this 11. Stellar performance.
Yeah, he did a whale of a job getting the job done. And Kerr is a fantastic driver. He's driving with a chip on his shoulder. He wants to be back in the Pro League. He wants to be back in the conversation for one of the greats on NASCAR. He's taken a little bit of time away from the game, has come back rejuvenated, and was out there putting on just a clinic for these guys. The Shake and Bake doing the clinic in their own right, but they needed a flag bearer, and Rangers was the guy to do it.
Yeah, Rangers absolutely took care of business tonight. So we're gonna back it up here, bring back our roster and race information. Let's take a look. There we go. All right, let's bring back your roster and race info, team info, guys. Again, you saw the Twitter scrolls across the bottom. Please, add Dohar, add me, add Shake and Bake, add the Left Turn Loonies, add the Fast Family League, all on Twitter. Dohar runs the eSpark series for all 3, Truck, Xfinity, and Cup. Of course, he's got some admins to help him out. If you have any information or want to know any information about his series, please, add him. Dohar is easy to talk to. Definitely let you know anything you need to know. He's done a few videos about the Pro League, how to make your best effort, or how to give your best shot to be picked up or noticed by the NASCAR teams that draft the out of both the Xbox and the PlayStation. Talk to the guy. Dohar's got all kinds of knowledge. He's on his second season in a row that he was picked up and retained by Junior Motorsports. Of course, I'm all about the NNR guys. I am their title broadcaster for the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup series. Of course, we watch Shake, Frozen Toes, all about that series. Left Turn Loonies. I saw somebody put out there in chat a little bit ago that they will get better, and I have no doubt in my mind. I'm sure that they're already having some conversations back and forth, but they didn't get it done tonight, but they definitely gave their best shot. Dohar, what did you think about all three stages tonight, sir?
I thought it was good, clean racing throughout. You saw some aggression that just naturally comes with racing in a 1.5-mile draft track where the bottom is the prevailing lane. But these guys did a fantastic job of getting a vast majority of the laps run under green. Fantastic job. I believe Boehner's going to help us here with the interviews because he's got that finishing order, so he'll kind of direct us out to interview. But congratulations to both leagues on this event tonight for putting on one of the cleanest races we've seen for the whole tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a great race. Absolutely phenomenal broadcast. Good job, guys. Drivers kept it clean. Everyone was respectful. Great stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Dirty Max here. Do you have a copy, sir?
Say that again?
Dirty Max, you got a copy, buddy?
I do.
Hey, good job out there. Way to represent your league. Tell us a little bit about your race and your thoughts on that finish there. Obviously, Shake and Bake's an elite league and a tough draw in the first round, but let us know how you have fun out there, where you finished, and how it went for you.
Yeah, it was fun. They definitely are a force to be reckoned with. They know what they're doing. They all run together. They run great. They run clean. At a kind of a one-lane track, it's kind of hard to make the top line move if it's not there. But no, hats off to those guys for running clean. Could have been a little bit happier with the position, but always next week.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Great race. Once again, I think that was one of the best overall races so far of the, this whole tournament. I mean, it was a blast to watch and be a part of, even as an official. You guys did a great job, made life easy on all of us. So appreciate the way you represented and great job, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Right on. And then I'll go ahead and take the third place finisher. I believe that was Leafs Justin. Is that correct?
Yep.
Leafs, hey, good job out there, man. Awesome performance by you and your whole team. Seemed like you were up front the entire race. Tell us about that last stage, kind of what went on and off in pit road, if there was anything you could have done to possibly still win from one of your teammates there.
No, I mean, we had this strategy down pat. We were obviously going to help each other out. We were going to keep her clean and not do anything too, costly, I guess you could say, to the team. And I think we split it pretty decently at the end. We had a couple of different strategies play out. I know those guys that ended up finishing first and second were on 4 tires, and there were 2 or 3 or 4 or so of us that opted to take 2, and it surprisingly worked out better than expected. It hung on longer than I was expecting it to, so just cover all bases, and it was just a fun, clean race for pretty much all the way throughout.
Absolutely. Well, great job again. Congratulations on your third. And even though it's unofficial on your team moving on here, it should be a fun round 2 for you guys. So you might have actually wrapped up a bye also, which would obviously be great for your team. So, but yeah, great job, man. I'm going to go ahead and move on to, I believe it's Drippy, right? Drippy Slide. Did you come home second on your team?
You got it.
Right on, brother. Hey, kind of the same thing, man. How was the race for you? How did you feel about the tournament and everything, that went into this? Tell us a little bit about your preparation, how you came away, and just your general thoughts over the whole race.
Man, Slide Job and Ford Tough and everybody that has just put this thing on has done a tremendous job. They've done a great job of getting officiators. One heck of a job with the whole broadcast team and everybody that's came in to work with them on this whole deal. So that's definitely a very, very special thing to see the whole community come together. Really eye-opening. As far as the race goes, I mean, Shake and Bake's fast. They're smooth. When you got people that work together like that, they're going to be. Definitely hats off to those guys. They definitely put in the hours. As far as the race for me, I did what I could do. Tried to do a little bit more than what I could do. Definitely had some close runs. Being in with that 38 back there, had a close run with Frozen Toes at the end of the race right there. Actually received the bumper from her, so that was that was kind of funny. It's just, I mean, it's racing, man, and all you can do is chalk it up to a loss, move on to the next one, and shake and bake. I hope you guys have a great rest of your tournament and maybe go on to the finals. And I also want to give a shout out to TNT and Above Average. Good luck to all those guys. Hope they pull through as well.
Well, great job, buddy. Way to keep it just with the ultimate amount of class. I think your league could have easily beaten half the teams in the tournament, just based on what I was seeing here. And great job out there. You guys are, like I said, represented yourselves extremely well, and just a tough first round draw there. But great job, man.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Hey, and then I'll move on over to Tom. Tom, I think you locked down second place. Is that right?
Tom, you got your mic on, bud.
Tom is so excited he can't even speak. He's speechless.
Oh, hello. I'm
Tom,
so excited. I just can't hide it. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Tom? Hey, great job out there. Great P2. Sounds like you threw 4 tires on there. Maybe got a little held up trying to get back up there to Rangers. Tell us about that last stage, how the race was. Once again, you were up front the whole night. Anything you could have done different to maybe get that win?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, I want to say, like you guys touched base on, it was a great, clean race for the most part, and I was definitely, I wouldn't say surprised, but I was relieved because I didn't know how many cautions we'd get, and things can just mix up when you get a bunch of restarts and so forth. So yeah, we tried to work together, as Justin said, and we did a really good job for the most part. At the end of the race there, like he said, they took 2 tires, him and J-Mac both did, and I was surprised how well they hung on, especially J-Mac. He actually gained, I think, about 5 or 6 spots by doing that, so that's excellent. But yeah, like I said, we worked really well together, but in the end, just like how it says on my car, I am second. I didn't want to be second, but here we are. I wanted to beat Jacob Kerr really badly, but I just couldn't get it done. He made the right adjustments at the end, with the low fuel and so forth. He freed it up the right amount, and I was a little afraid of getting too loose off of turn 2, as they say, and I went conservative, but either way, a solid performance by our whole entire team, and I hope it was a great show to watch for everybody.
Absolutely, Tom, man. Great job. You're fast everywhere you race. Great finish for your whole team, and particularly for you. And I'm second. There's nothing wrong with that, man. So great job out there.
All right, Bainer, you go ahead and grab yourself a quick drink. I'll take the 88 of old Honeycutt, and then Doar can grab his buddy in that 11. Honeycutt, it's repeat. You got me, sir.
Yes, sir, I do.
Boy, I tell you, you were doing that 88 proud tonight, man. We kept an eye on you for quite a while. Had a little bit of a lag issue there.
Yeah.
You did the respectful thing. You picked up with the admins. They kind of caught you around a little bit. You had to drop to the back. Once the lag spikes were done, you were no longer sketchy from side to side. You worked your way back up to the front, and even though you did it partially under the short yellows and the stage breaks, you had a fast car. Both you and the 14 seemed like you were hooked up there quite a bit. Talk us through the race. Talk us through some of the moves that you had to make in order to work your way back up past the likes of the 38 and the 4 and several others to come on back into right around P7, right?
Oh yeah, yes, P7.
Yeah. Talk us through that last bit of your race, please.
Yeah, I just want to say what a classy team this Shake and Bake is. I mean, these guys are really fast. They're really quick. They're clean. They're smooth. They know how to work together. I'm really happy for them. I can't wait to see the rest of the tournament with them. Maybe going all the way. They were fun. Yeah, the 88 was. I was fast. I mean, the car felt great. Everything was great. Started fourth. I was hoping to maybe just mix it up with those guys like we have been in the past couple practices with that team. Yeah, as soon as the officials were calling the 88 for lag, I was just like blown away. I never had any lag issues for like the last 3 weeks, and then I upgraded my internet just a few days ago, and I don't know what happened. So I was kind of hoping for better internet. Like I guess I got the opposite of that. So yeah, I was trying to be as respectful, as clean as possible. I didn't want to ruin any of those guys. Those guys were amazing throughout the weeks when we were practicing with them. So I didn't want to ruin anybody's day. I noticed I got into the 9 car, Frozen Toes, in one of the turns. So I felt really bad for that. So I backed off. They told me to get behind the 1, which was back in 10th or 11th. I just kind of hung out, try to keep some distance because I didn't know how bad the lag was. The whole time I'm sitting there just, turning off Wi-Fi signals and telling the people in my house to just start turning everything off. And yeah, just for whatever reason, I was having technical issues and I didn't want to ruin anybody's day. But we were fast. The 88 was fast, and I would catch them every once in a while. That Frozen Toes and her crew were just staying in the draft, and it was really hard to catch up when they were all lined up. So we did the best we could, and I tried to do a short pit towards the end there, and hoping that we can maybe pick up a few spots, and yeah, that was it.
Well, man, it sounds like you definitely ran the whole gauntlet, not only out here on the track, but in your house as well. Man, congratulations. Y'all definitely put up one hell of a fight. I said during the stream, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody out there on other leagues that saw the strength you had in that machine reach out to you, say, hey man, we're looking for somebody strong, somebody competitive. Would you be interested in filling one of our cars? I wouldn't be the least amount surprised if you get a message here from somebody pretty soon. Congratulations yet again, sir.
Thank you, and I just want to again wish everybody good luck with the tournament, between you guys, Shake and Bake, everyone on that team. You guys ran great. The show was awesome, and all I gotta say is, if you want love, you gotta give love. So, peace out.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Dohar, you got your old buddy in that 11, sir.
Buddy's a generous term. I call him a casual acquaintance, but the man from Kansas gets it done tonight in Chicagoland. Rangers, you were such a gamer out there, getting max points, joining very elite company in this tournament, joining the likes of Stout Whiskey, Lucky Dog, NNR Asbill, and, of course, your favorite and mine, Mr. Track Bar. Talk us through your race, man. That Brian Tedeschi chassis looked hooked up tonight. You got me? Did you not like the Brian joke?
Actually,
I thought it was a really good joke.
I don't see. Oh, there he is. Okay, Rangers, you got your mic on now. Looks like he's talking, but we can't hear him.
Try backing out and coming back to the booth, brother. We'll get you.
Can you hear me?
Now we got you.
All right, there we go. All right. Yes, I did enjoy the Brian joke. But like I said, overall, it was a good race. It pretty much went as good as we could have planned for it, to be completely honest with you. We got out front like we wanted to. We had a couple guys start a little further back in the field. They did a good job working their way up through the field to get upside in that top 10. But overall, the entire race, it was a great race. I mean, it was fun racing with them. They were clean, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, you did a great job out there, my man. You did Scott Cole proud. Congratulations on the victory and the max points for yourself. Really proud of you, man. Good work out there.
I appreciate it.
All right, Banner, you want to talk to our two team captains?
Yeah,
Team
absolutely.
owners, league owners, sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Here, I want to start with BK Doug. If you got a copy, you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you, BK. Hey, man.
Okay.
Great, awesome showing from your entire league. I mean, you guys were out there keeping it clean, even when there were issues. It was obvious you were, either keeping it in the wall or, keeping it off the track. I mean, you guys went caution free. It was pretty obvious you guys had practiced a little bit together. Kind of like I mentioned to the other racers, Shake and Bake's just a tough draw in the first round. But you guys, I felt like, by and large, just handled yourselves with just first class. So just wanted to congratulate you on that. Obviously, the results, it doesn't look like you guys are moving on, but tell us how you enjoyed the tournament, the structure. Tell us a little bit about your league, man. I'm ready to sign up just based on what I saw from you guys and how classy you were. So tell us a little bit about your league, where people can sign up, and about your race.
Well, we're just a small group of guys. Like I said in the bio, we had a league owner before I took over that just couldn't work with everybody, and it just wanted to be a one-man show. Honeycutt, who finished probably our best guy, he's one of my admins, so you can look him up on Facebook or Discord or Xbox, or same for myself. We're just a small group. We knew going up against Frozen Toes and Shake and Bake, it was going to be a tough one. She makes that 9 car look really fast. That 11 car, he was absolutely fast. They're all fast. We're gonna get there one day. I got a feeling we just gotta work on a few things, and if we get invited back next year, I think we'll have a little better showing.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that you are definitely invited back in your whole league. Once again, I mean, you guys just handled yourselves awesome. How did you feel practicing with them coming into this race? Was it about as tough as you thought it might be? Once again, it seemed like you guys all had a lot of chemistry out there between both leagues. You guys were both racing each other extremely respectfully for the most part. Tell us a little bit about practicing up and if you thought that helped out a lot.
Well, with the practice, we ran against them. I think it was the very first time, and I think we were a little more surprised than anything that they had a group of guys that could work together, and gals. Sorry, Frozen, that could work together, and that's what we knew we needed to work on was staying in the draft. I'm not a big Chicagoland fan. I don't like that track. That was just a look at the draw that we got. But working with them, we kind of knew who the faster ones were going to be, and we just tried to stick together, and it just didn't work out in our favor, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, awesome job once again. Um, any last words or anything else you'd like to share?
I just want to wish Shake and Bake and them the rest of the tournament good luck, and you guys put on a great show. I watch Repeat a lot, and he's kind of comical. I like that guy. He keeps you on your toes. But I just hope everybody enjoyed our race, even though it wasn't the best for the Loonies. We'll just have to try to come back and do our best next year, I guess.
Only 2 cautions. Absolutely one of the best races of the tournament so far as how the leagues race each other. So huge tip of the cap there, and great job once again. Your league did yourselves proud, man. Absolutely. So great job once again, and we'll see you next year and hopefully out on the track before then.
All right, thanks. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thanks, BK Doug. Frozen Toes, you got a copy.
I have a copy. I'm here.
Hey, great job out there. Once again, I keep saying it, but dominating performance by you and your team. Tell us a little bit about the race. It looks like you were trying to maybe talk to comms there, and maybe got you a little messed up. Otherwise, I think you would have been up there fighting for the win at the end. Obviously, just trying to do the right thing and communicating on behalf of your team. So don't think that went unnoticed by everyone. So major kudos there. And keeping it together and keeping after it. But tell us about your race, how it went there, and your overall thoughts and feelings.
I mean, the race was awesome. It went really well with the team. We had a lot of great communication. The other team, they were so clean. Left Turn Loonies. They were so fun to race with tonight. We've had a lot of communication with them throughout this whole thing, and it was a pleasure to race them tonight. Everyone had a blast, so I thank them for coming out here and just giving it their all and being clean about it. For the most part, it was a great race. For me personally, ran top 5, had a fast car. Part where I had to get my phone back into Discord for communication. That got pretty interesting because I disconnected
go,
at a
Dohar.
certain point. So, yeah, you saw me almost go through the grass probably. But besides that, the race was a lot of fun. Pit road is the killer for me, apparently. I didn't even think I sped in the final pit stop there. So, we did a little strategy there to try to catch back up, but otherwise I think I would have been in the top 5. But a great race all around, and I'm really proud of Left Turn Loonies. They did a great job, and it's cool, getting to know some faces that you've never seen out there before, and we might have some of them joining us for the new season here for Shake and Bake, so that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely, so cool, and really that's kind of the whole idea behind this whole tournament. I think Slide Job would agree, is just bringing leagues together and people together who wouldn't meet otherwise, and I mean that's just fantastic to hear, and couldn't agree with you more. Dohar or Pete, you have anything for our team owners?
Go ahead, Dohar. Dohar, any last minute thoughts, sir? You're muted.
Sorry, I was on the Jacob Kerr phone playing there. I couldn't get myself unmuted. But awesome race by both teams. I just want to again reiterate. I've been saying that in chat in the Discord, but a very awesome race. 2 organizations that embody class and respect. So great job to both of you guys. Of course, being a tournament, one moves on, one doesn't. But Left Turn Loonies, don't hang your heads at all. You guys did a fantastic job out there. And did it with class too, which I know everybody will appreciate, given how some of these matchups have ended. So I just wanted to at least say that piece as a fellow league owner. It's really nice to see that that's out there in the community from both sides. So fantastic job to both of you. And Pete, take us home.
Yeah, I have to absolutely agree. It was a phenomenal race to watch, phenomenal race to call. I'm glad I got to spend the night with Dohar here in the booth, getting it all taken care of. But Doug and Frozen, y'all both have phenomenal communities behind you. I mean, where do you go from here? I mean, Frozen, you've been around for a few years now with NASCAR, Heat, iRacing, F1. I mean, all kinds of things. In your resume, Doug. It seems like this community just started in April. You're still in the process of building it up. From what I can tell so far, you're on the right track. Just keep on going, as Rock NASCAR would say all the time. Keep digging. You guys will get better. I know somebody put out there in chat, you're a brand new league. You'll be better next time we come back, and I have no doubt in my mind about that. Phenomenal race between both of your communities. Boehner, do you have a final points update, sir?
Unfortunately, I do not. I know what the total. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't. But we'll try to get that out there as soon as we can.
All right. Well,
yeah, you let him have the mic too long, Pete. He couldn't add up the points.
I think I think I kind of have to agree with that. I've got the rosters for tomorrow's race. Unfortunately, I don't know what channels they'll be on as of yet, but please stay tuned to both Twitter and Facebook to see where whose channel to watch. But tomorrow night, it's the eNASCAR Elite Association versus 3 Wide Racing from Kentucky at 9:00 p.m. Eastern, as well as the International Virtual Racing League versus Days of Thunder Racing. They've got the late show tomorrow night, 10:00 Eastern at Texas. So definitely be sure to stay tuned and keep in touch with your social media to find out which channels to watch. I know that it won't be on mine, but it might be with Rowdy Racing or Atlanta or somebody else. Be sure to catch those guys. But Dohar, thank you very much for another great race in the booth. We haven't done it since NNR about mid-season. Good to have you back, buddy. Until next time, guys, we will see you somewhere around the track. Until then, please stay safe, stay healthy. Y'all have a great night. Later.